What's up, everybody? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, let's do a preview of Game 4 between the Celtics and the Heat. So the Heat took a surprising 2-1 victory in Game 3 on Saturday. Surprising because it was in Boston. They were about 6.5-point underdogs, and Jimmy Butler missed part of the game with knee inflammation, didn't return. Heat won with a crazy first quarter run and was able to withstand Celtics runs throughout the rest of the game. It's kind of interesting, despite the Heat being up 2-1 in the series, they've actually only outscored Boston in 2 quarters of the entire series. In Game 1, in the third quarter, they outscored them, I believe, by 25. In Game 3, I forget the exact number, but they outscored them in the first quarter, and the Celtics have won every other quarter, but down in the series 2-1. Now for Game 4, the Celtics are still pretty heavy favorites here. Minus 271 money line. The Heat have them at plus 235. Now, of course, I can't hide from it. The picks have been brutal this past week. Total profit down 396, specifically on bets publicly placed on these videos. NBA, I placed 7 bets, 6 bets, lost every single one. Player props, I am now 1 in my last 15. I've won exactly 1. Was up 3 over, what's this? I was up about 460 at one point, 488 actually, down 340. It's been bad. It was also my worst week of betting since using OddsJam. Just for me personally, you see this really, really, really rough. Down about 1,700. Last week, so my total profits went from 12.6K all the way down to 10.9. ROI went from 8% at the beginning of the week down to 6.5. It was just all bad. These things happen. Was certainly not fun. Hopefully, I can turn it around this week. I had been doing so well the past about month and a half. Last week was just terrible. I appreciate everybody sticking with me. If you would appreciate if you could just like the video, comment on it. Let me know you're still riding with me, or if you're not, that's fine. Let me know that way. And then also subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. Now, for this game, there's a ton of injury news, more so than a normal NBA playoff game. The Celtics, the main one is Jason Tatum. Now, he's listed as probable to play, but he's still questionable. He's not listed as questionable, but he's still dealing with an injury. Marcus Smart still dealing with the ankle. Robert Williams still dealing with the knee. And then on the Heat side, the Heat have been doing this all playoff series, listing pretty much their entire team as questionable. But there's legitimate concerns. Jimmy Butler obviously missed most of Game 3 with the knee injury. He missed Game 5 against the Hawks in their first round series. Kyle Lowry has obviously missed most of the postseason with his hamstring injury. Tucker left Game 2 with the knee injury, came back in Game 3, was fine. And now Hero is questionable. They're day-to-day with a groin injury. So a ton of injury news makes this one hard to predict. For me, I think they probably all play. I think Kyle Lowry will probably still be a little bit hobbled with that hamstring, just like Robert Williams will be a little bit hampered with the knee injury. But I'm expecting them all to play. Now, for the money line of this game, I'm not touching either of these. Obviously, you see there's no play on either one as the OddsJam perfect line, which is the sharpest line in the world, has the best odds for this game. So there's no value on the total or the money line at all. Going to the total, I'll hit that one next. I still can't get over how good these offenses have been. The 2 of the 4 best defenses in the entire NBA, Celtics number 1, Heat number 4. Yet the total's gone over every single time. Of course, in Game 3, there were over 25 points scored in the last 2 or 3 minutes to hit that over, which it was the live total was in the 190s. Somehow ended up going over this 207. So I am 100% sitting this out. I thought every game's gone under. Every game has instead gone over. So I'm not touching the total. If I had to give a prediction, I can't fathom that these offenses keep it up the same way they have. But the total really hasn't gone up at all as far as what it's set at, even though the game's gone over every single time. So I'm not touching this. Looking at the spread, the Celtics, despite losing Game 3, are still 6.5, 7-point favorites. There is a little bit of value on the Celtics minus 6.5. And that's actually what I like here. I think the Celtics are going to cover. I have a hard time believing they're going to lose both games at home. And I also have a hard time believing the Heat are going to go up 3-1. Surprising victory, like I said, in game 3 with Jimmy Butler missing. But I just have a hard time believing that's going to keep up. So I'm going to go to WinBet and I'm going to lock in the Celtics minus 6.5. I do like this one. The OddsJam line has it at minus 111. WinBet has it at minus 108. I also like the fact that FanDuel has this priced a little bit higher at minus 7, as does the OddsJam perfect line. They actually priced this to be minus 7 as opposed to minus 6.5. So getting that extra half point, I think, is big. They're just, again, I just can't fathom the Celtics, like I said, losing both games at home and then also going down 3-1 in the series, especially with how banged up Miami is. So this is going to be my big bet. The Celtics minus 6.5. I'm once again riding with them. Now I just need to add this to my bet tracker. So that is my mixed slam amount. So just click the bet, add to bet tracker. So this bet tracker, it's completely free to use. It's offered OddsJam. If you just go to odds, bet tracker, bets, it shows you all your bet tracker or all your bets. It's nice. All this information you see here on the home screen comes from the bet tracker, which is really nice. Gives you all these insights. Of course, me being down as much as I was last week, it was nice seeing this profit over time, knowing that weeks like this, obviously, I mean, it's almost 3 times the worst week I've ever had. And it's the clear outlier, more up weeks than down weeks. If you look at the months, which you can do, I've yet to have a down month. Every single month has been up every single month has been up, of course, now except for May, which there's still a couple days left. Let's see if I can make this up. If not, it'll be my first down month since using OddsJam. But like I said, I still have about a week, a little over a week. Profit by sportsbook, profit by sport. All this stuff is incredibly helpful to know as a sports bettor. And then I like the fact that all these pending bets, auto grades them for you. So it marks them as won or lost. So it's not something you need to go do. So if you want to sign up for the bet tracker, it's completely free to use. Just go to oddsjam.com, go to the bet tracker, and you can start using it from there. But for this official, my first official bet for this game, I am taking the Celtics again, minus 6.5. Go back to the well, see what happens. I'm sitting out the total because I just simply can't get that right. So now what I like to do is just look at the positive EV page. Mainly what I do is I go through all the main lines, total, spread, money line, to see if there's any value there. And then I just go to the positive EV page for the rest. Now, this Tatum one, over 27.5, I do really like. So I'm going to go to FanDuel and log in while I talk about it a little bit. The OddsJam perfect line prices that at minus 137. The no big odds, minus 118. And then getting it at FanDuel for minus 104 odds is a positive expected value play. Looking at Tatum, I know he went over this total in game 1. He missed it in games 2 and 3. Now in game 2, I think he had exactly 27 points. So, and then the Celtics had blown the Heat out, so he didn't play his full complement of minutes. Game 3 was just a weird game in which he was hurt. I'm expecting Tatum to be healthy. I'm expecting him to play well at home. He's always kind of been a little bit hit or miss. Click save, good to go there. He's always kind of been a little bit hit or miss, a little bit streaky. So he's due for a big game, and I think he will. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in for $75. Jason Tatum over 27.5 points. Now let's see if there's anything else. So the Jimmy Butler under is interesting. Coming back from a knee injury, the Celtics have played him well. I guess the Celtics have a good defense. He's still been able to get his, but the Celtics still do have a good defense. So let me look into the markets and see if there's any value here. So we're looking at Jimmy Butler to go under. FanDuel has it at minus 102. Looks like the other books have it in like the minus 110 range, minus 115, with the OddsJam line having it at minus 138. And then some other books pricing this one total 1 point higher. To me, I'm not seeing any value there. I'm going to go ahead and sit this one out. Looks like there's another play on him under points, which I'm going to sit out as well. So now let me look at Jaylen Brown over 24.5. This one might have some value. It's within market width at 32. So we're looking at Jaylen Brown to go over 24.5 points. And here we are seeing some value. So minus 106 on FanDuel, minus 130 in the OddsJam line, Every other book has it at in the minus 130 range, with Prize Picks having it inherently at minus 137 odds as one of their entries. So I like this one. I'm going to take 2-point totals for the Celtics. Should be minus. Ooh, the odds changed a little bit on me. Let's see if it's still plus EV at minus 110. Let's see. Minus 110. It is still a little bit plus EV, not as much, but it still does have positive EV. So I'm going to put the same amount of money on this one. 75 is generally my limit for player props, unless I'm totally mix-slamming it, which this one I'm not. So locked both of these in. So there's 3 total bets for this game, 2 player props, 1 spread bet, and that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and stick with those 3. So I got the Celtics minus 6.5. I got Tatum to go over 27.5 points, and I got Jaylen Brown to go over 24.5 points. So if you're tailing these, number 1, I appreciate it. Number 2, I wouldn't blame you if you're fading, but if you are, would love for you to let me know. You can hit me up at my Twitter handle that you see on the screen here. You can also comment on the video. Let us know your feedback that way. If you have been fading these and cashing the past week, congratulations. I'm happy that someone has been cashing. Other than that, would appreciate if you could like the video, comment, like I said, and subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. And then, of course, if you want to use all these pages, learn how to use all these pages that I was just using, go to oddsjam.com. You can sign up for a 7-day free trial. That's completely free. And then if you want, you can schedule a call with myself or one of our other sports betting experts, and we can go over everything for you, help you start cashing, and hopefully avoid weeks that I just had. But as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.